In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all a stock that is about to explode tomorrow and why y'all should keep it in your watch list. We're also going to look at some of the stocks that I've mentioned in the last video, along with looking at the overall markets and getting you guys ready as always. Alright, y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got the Nasdaq futures /NQ, and so far is bouncing. I warned y'all yesterday about the bounce, especially with the SPY itself. Yeah, I warned y'all about the potential bounce, and when I look at these candles, we're gonna zoom in to here. We got buyers located here, and we also got more buyers located in here. There was a little bit of a gap up and fade, and then a whole lot of buy-in at the close. All right, kind of similar price action to what we seen on Friday, but the overall, at least the short-term trend, not the short-term trend, is kind of bullish, kind of. All right, it's almost at a critical level. Let's look at the daily. For example, for this one, again, it's right on the edge. It's almost like a stalemate. Like the bulls are trying to fight this and prevent this thing from collapsing. So one thing that I want y'all to pay very close attention to is how we open in the morning. All right, right now, the futures are only up by 0.15%. I'm talking about the Nasdaq futures right here on the left. So if we could see it open up above 528.50, somewhere around there, and we can see some big volume out the gates, we might see a candle that looks like this. A candle that moves all the way up to 532 for the SPY. All right, so just be on the lookout for that. These wicks at the bottom is telling me that the bulls are trying to fight this thing. We're making higher lows and we're trying to reverse the trend. Now the VIX, let's look at the VIX real quick. Yeah, the VIX is still not moving. It's pretty much at the same level that it closed at on Friday. And this looks like a gravestone doji. And this looks like it could actually fade back down to 12 bucks. It could. All right, now let's look at the stock that I want you to keep in your watch list. It's a simple one. It's a very simple structure. And also a big cap stock with very good contracts. The contracts are wonderful. That stock is Apple. All right. Now, I've discussed Apple with you guys in the past. I have, ever since they reported earnings and crushed earnings. I shared it with y'all after the first structure. I warned you guys about the potential pullback to 186. Followed by a bounce, which it definitely did. Now, there are the reasons why I want to share it again in today's video are because of this. We're gonna look at the 5 minutes. Yeah, the 5 minute has this nice simple structure on there, which I like. It's a bullish pennant on the chart right here that broke out in the last 10 minutes of market hours with big volume, big buyers at the close right there. All right, so with just this alone, watch it for a run all the way up to 196, maybe 196.50, somewhere around here tomorrow. All right, watch it for that move. So this is one of the reasons why. The next reason why is also because of the 1 hour time frame. Let's go on the right here. So this is the 1 hour, and there's also a bullish pennant right there. There is a bullish pennant that broke out from Friday. So we have the breakout, the first breakout at the close on Friday. followed by the retest pre-market right here with the wicks, and then we had a little morning spike, and it held that price, it held that level, and showed us another structure. All right, so there is two reasons why I am bullish on Apple, so definitely watch it for a long. Now let's do a little bit of an updates. A while ago I gave you guys Square. It's been a long time since I've talked about Square, and congratulations to anybody who was very patient with this one. All right, I gave y'all the structure after this day, and I told y'all to watch it for a drop down to 63 bucks. It didn't get there on time. It took a sweet time and traded sideways, played a whole lot of games before finally getting to $62 on Friday. All right, so the structure was there, it was clean, the breakdown was there. All y'all had to do was just be patient with that swing trade. Now, is it going to go lower? It's hard to say. I don't think so, because I'm leaning a bit more bullish on the indices, and also the Russell might bounce big, and it's at a level of support right here. So I think we're going to see a bounce. The individuals who shorted here will be looking to, they already started taking their money off the table as soon as it got to 62.50 on Friday. So seeing this thing kind of reverse wouldn't surprise me at all. And then after that first initial reverse, it might play sideways, form a new structure to tell us exactly where it's going to go next. All right, but as of right now, I mean, the stock did its thing. Congrats to anybody who made money on it, and I hope you're not too greedy and you're not still shorting this thing down. Now the next one that we're going to look at in today's video, we're going to do an updates on Amazon. I gave y'all Amazon yesterday. Let me change this thing to the 1 minute. All right, now this is Amazon, and Amazon is reversing just like the indices. All right, it made a higher low right here. This is a hammer. Next thing to expect, again, if the indices stay bullish, we might see it go up to 180.6. Yeah, watch it for that kind of movements, especially if Apple runs. If Apple runs, then I think the whole market is gonna follow that. So I guess it's on time. It just didn't run big today. It just played a whole lot of games today before really taking off at the close. All right, now the next one that we're going to discuss is Starbucks, which is the other stocks that I gave y'all yesterday. Now Starbucks actually did really well out the gates. Big, not terrific volume, but big candle out the gates. It broke above the close from Friday, and it traded at $81 all the way until the close, right? So it's filling the gap on the left, and the gap on the left is right here, and it goes all the way up to 87 bucks. If you are in it, I would just say be very patient, and just track the stock, track its progress, track the way it's uptrending. I don't know how fast it's going to get up there. I don't know. That's why I put that circle all the way to the right. That way we got a whole lot of leeway right here to just give the stock time to really fill the gap above. All right, but my thoughts and opinions on it are not changing. Now, the last stock that we're going to discuss, meme stocks, GME. We gotta talk about that one because apparently there was some news being put out with this one, and the stock jumped by 86%, I think, or 74%. It jumped quite a bit and immediately faded all the way back down. Hopefully, you weren't the ones who chased it long up here. Bad move, all right? Very, very bad move to chase a stock after a big gap up, like that, because again, people who swung long will be looking to take their money off the table. And the first 5 minutes was pretty much a giveaway because after this happened, it got halted. It got halted, and we saw a big gap right here, followed by a downtrend and a fade. It's going to trade sideways in between 25 and 35. Will it go up later? I don't know. The one that I would be interested in would be AMC. But AMC need to show me something good. It needs to show me good structure before I consider going into this thing for a long up to $13. Remember that on this day, on the 13th, when I made that first video about AMC before the jump, I told y'all to I warned y'all about the gap up here. Maybe I did, or maybe I don't know. I don't know if I showed y'all the gap up here, but there is a gap up here. These two lines represent a gap on a daily chart. Typically, most gaps in the market get filled at some point in time. And since it didn't get taken care of on this day, it's set enough to get taken care of on a later day. The win, that's the hard part, which I don't know yet. So I have to wait for a new structure to form before I decide to take a swing on this one, all right? But overall, I am bullish. I just don't know how long it's gonna trade sideways. That's pretty much it. All right, so that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button. As always, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Eastern time, so definitely click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on these videos. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can see all of the trades that I take and the contracts that I take, and most importantly, the reason why I take the trades that I take to begin with in real time, that way you get to learn along the way. You can find the link you can find it as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul and Kuma, and Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.